to blue. I can able to change it to the blue color of the bulb. I can able to change the color of the bulb to red color also. Depend upon whatever the color I want from my mobile phone. If I
Okay.
connected that bulb with my mobile phone, I can simply able to change the color of that bulb. If I touch the right, if I touch like a right button, it will be the red color. If I change like a left button, it will be in the blue color. How it will
Okay.
go to change? Because they have completely followed this complete architecture procedure. That is why these kind of activity are happening. Okay, I will
Okay.
show you exactly what kind of basic tools we will use to perform that kind of activity. Okay, let me go more up top now. Okay, I think we have discussed about that one. IoT technologies and protocols. Okay, when I talk about this IoT, this is divided into this one: wireless communication, wired communication, and what kind of operating system do we have to use in IoT devices? Like right, Linux OS, Windows OS. Similarly, for like an IoT devices, what exactly? If we are talking about like a wireless communication, we have to use what? Bluetooth Low Energy BLE. It work only on the short distance. Suppose you
Yes.
want to operate your mobile phone to your like a microwave, you should stand by nearby distance only. That is for a short distance protocol.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Light fidelity, just LI Wi-Fi, near field communication NFC, radio frequency identification, RFID and Wi-Fi. Okay. When I talk about a medium means second medium. Halo LTE advanced. Okay.
Yes.
LTE here we have, right? LTE advanced. Okay, large means low power wide area network, very small aperture terminal, cellular communication. This is for the large layer. Okay, when I talk about like a small layer, medium layer, large means very far distance we can able to operate that one.
Mm.
Suppose if you are staying from your home very far, still you can able to on your microwave with your mobile phone.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what do you mean by like a wired communication? When I talk about like a wired communication, we are using what? Ethernet, multimedia over coax, power line, COM. That is called as a PLC. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
when I talk about what kind of operating system are we going to use, that is called as RM Embedded OS, Ubuntu Core, Riot OS, and RealSense OS. All these are what? These are the operating system which we have to use in order to perform the what do we call as an IoT operation.
Yes.
Okay, without these, like without this OS, we cannot able to perform our IoT operations. Okay, we cannot able to simply use the Windows and perform that kind of operations because like a window doesn't have that kind of capability, IoT capability. Okay,
Okay.
because like it needs to enhance. Okay, might be in the future Windows 2021 will come, might be in the future they have that capability, but till now in Windows 10 they don't have that capability.
Understood.
Okay,
Understood.
now when I go for further, what are the IoT technology and the protocol? Near field communication is also very beginning popular payment technology. I think you might have noticed from your mobile phone, if you click that you can able to do a payment.
Yes.
That is called as near field communication. Okay, radio frequency identification is very common badge system which is used. Okay, that is called as RFID, and like a Wi-Fi for a medium range, and we can able to see the things like Halo, HALOW. Okay, it also operates in terms of like a gigahertz, like 900 gigahertz. Okay, LTE advanced we have used only in 4G network, mobile carrier 4G network. In 3G network, they don't have that feature. Okay,
Okay.
LTE Advance in 4G
Yes.
network. LTE Advance is more faster than a regular LTE. Okay,
Yes.
that have 1 gigabyte speed up to 300 Mbps and can upload into like 70 Mbps. After LTE Advance, we have got what? LTE Pro. That is for 5G network.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you can able to find like a low power wide area network. LP WAN is becoming also like a greatest choice for this IoT application. Okay, and what are the majority kind of devices, especially we'll use in like a smart cities and it will use in like an industry section. Okay, now when I move more further from there, I think we have covered this one. What are the IoT communication models basically? Okay, when a number first model is device to device communication. Okay, device talks directly to your devices, often like a smartphone. For example, like a light bulb. Okay, in between we have like a wireless network and switch number light to switch. We are owning the switch, wireless network in the middle that is getting performed. Okay, device directly talk with the other devices using often what? Smartphone in the middle. to make the switch on and the bulb will be on. Okay. Number second, example of a device to device communication is a mobile phone connected to a wireless network and communicating with a printer also. I think you might have noticed. Okay, with the mobile phone, we can able to connect to the wireless network and try to print the papers, printer papers.
Yes, yes.
And like a user can also send a command from his phone to the printer, and it does not matter which printer is it. Okay, some concept applying in the remote controlling home appliances such as like NFC, Wi-Fi, and the other technologies. Okay, now when I move more further, okay, device to cloud model. See, I think you know about this one, right? Cloud model, cloud application. Nowadays, everything is on the cloud now because
Yes.
nobody is buying that, like a virtualization servers, everything. Everything is in the cloud now. Now, for example, like a cameras, file sensors, smoke detectors, for example, all of them is directly connecting to the cloud application. Once is directly connected to the cloud application, we are getting an alarm or like a safety control. Okay, we can also apply this in the like a manufacturing environment to perform what? Protective measures and maintenance purpose. We'll use this kind of model called device to cloud model we'll use. Okay. Now,
Yes.
when I move more further from there, device to gateway model. Device to gateway model is almost similar to the cloud model. Difference is, additional IoT gateway device will come in the middle.
Okay.
One more device will come. It's completely same as IoT, like a, what do we call as, like a device to cloud model. Only difference, one extra gateway device will come into the picture. Okay, you now have to send like a consolidation point. Okay, now back end data sharing model. This is like a last model is there, back end data. It's like an advanced model. Device communicate with the application servers. Directly with the servers, it will communicate, not with the client PCs.
Okay.
It extends to the device model, and it's like a scalable scenario where sensors are accessible and controlled in like a multiple authorized parties. Okay, till here any questions now? No, right?
No, no, no.
Now, we can able to see here the overview of here device to device model. We are using a bulb and your mobile phone with wireless in the middle. Device to cloud model, we are using an application service provider. With that one, we are performing this kind of thing. See, cloud means either we have to take Amazon Web Services or a Azure model, right? We have to
Yes.
take any one of the model and then perform that activity on the cloud. Okay,
Yes.
device to gateway. But when we are applying this cloud model, this Amazon Web Services and Azure have to be very careful. Attacking should not happen on the devices. If the attacks will happen on the devices, that will completely raise a question on the cloud company, right? Azure
Yes.
company, Amazon Web Services company, that this is what happening. Hacking activities are being performed on the cloud.
Yes.
Okay, device to gateway, similar to like a device to cloud model. Only additional thing is what exactly? A normal gateway is added in the middle.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
backend data sharing. What will going to happen in this backend data sharing means I told you application server provider will be there in the middle and they can able to communicate with the different application services.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when I talk about different services here, how understanding of this IoT attack, challenges of the IoT. See, there are many different challenges: lack of security, lack of encryption. Encryption means password is very small password, hard-coded credential. Many IoT devices have been deployed have not enough security nowadays. There are so many people are just buying the IoT devices, but there is no security. Just assume if like alarm switch is getting on automatically, what will happen? If suppose microwave is getting on automatically, it's like a huge impact, right? Like
Yes.
bulb is getting on, and like a doors are getting on automatically. If you went somewhere out, doors are getting on automatically means what will happen? Hacking activities have been performed.
Yes.
So we are talking about unencrypted communication both in transit and rest, weak hard-coded credential is stored. So because of that reason, there can be different attacks such as like a buffer overflow due to a lack of proper programming. Many other application vulnerabilities can able to happen. Okay. Now when I talk about this internet market thing, like in Internet of Things market is growing very fast. Okay. And like a number of unpatched vulnerabilities have been keep on getting increased. Okay,
Yes.
because of that reason, lot of people are trying to buy that product, but they are getting scared. Might be it can get hacked.
Hmm.
So basically